All right, so I've not heard any of your comments about halftime. So give me your thoughts on Rhianna. Let's jump into it. What'd you think?
Gosh, man. Again, I'm gonna come off as a Grady Dick, but it was awful.
Really?
It was terrible.
Interesting.
Look, I get it. Very empowering for women, and especially pregnant women that probably don't feel as confident in their bodies to see somebody like Rihanna go out, and for a pregnant woman, she killed it. She did. She did a great job, and bravo to her. I definitely marvel her for going up there and doing that. NFL, terrible job. Like, it's just we got to do better than that. The lip singing, it's just I wasn't with it. For what we've seen and what we saw last year, what we saw with J-Lo and Shakira and stuff, I just thought Rihanna, like, if my wife says it looks like she doesn't give a damn, that's not good.
Interesting. That was your wife's
My
reaction.
wife said that, like, it looks like she doesn't care. And I was like, I get what you're saying, but she was limited. She's obviously limited. And knowing that, like, you can't kick her off because she's pregnant. I get it. But, it's just, I've seen way better halftime performances. I've seen Rihanna way better too. And I just thought just because she was pregnant, it was very limited and not the best halftime show.
So you're saying that part of it, you're saying the fact that she was pregnant led them to a presentation that you think was a little limiting.
Correct.
Interesting.
If you've seen Rihanna's shows before, she could dance way more than that. But she like 7 months pregnant. She can't do a lot of things.
And she's also on a floating stage for a lot of it.
Right.
She can't move around a lot anyway, right?
But that's a part of, if she wasn't pregnant, she probably wouldn't have been on the floating stage looking like a Super Smash Brother. But she was.
Yeah, so to the look that your wife's talking about, the look that your wife was interpreting as apathy, I interpret it as I want to have sex with the world. And that's what I love about Rihanna, and I thought it was fantastic. I thought she was sexy as hell. I thought it was, because I dig pregnant glow. Some men don't want to admit pregnant glow is a thing. I thought it was great pregnant glow. I thought that the whole red bodysuit thing was interesting, and I guess she felt like she needed to wear that because of whatever's going on with her body right now. But I thought she was still sexy. I thought she was properly nasty. I love her nasty. I love her attitude. She's got that kind of Christina Aguilera, don't care what you think, I'm a sexual being, so deal with it thing, where she was putting her hands and shaking her backside and the whole thing.
See, that nasty for you is like putting pepper on fries and calling it spicy. That wasn't no nasty.
But it's the Super Bowl halftime show. I can't expect her to go full on Rihanna nasty.
Did you see J-Lo and Shakira a few years ago? Did you see Shakira with that snake?
I got you.
Moving and grooving, and the snake is looking up and down and stuff like that. I get it. The pregnant glow. I get it. The pregnant glow, it wasn't there because we were trying to figure out if she was pregnant or not until we finally said, okay, she is pregnant. She could have made that pregnant glow a little sexier. Show that bump, girl. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Now, she'd have gotten ripped if she did that.
She wouldn't have.
People would have made fun of her.
Show them legs.
Are you kidding? We'd have guys texting us. It's so gross, guys. We've already had guys texting, pregnant people shouldn't do the Super Bowl halftime show. Get the pregos off the stage. We've already gotten that text.
Show the sexiness with the prego. That is fine. I'd be so much more with that than what we saw the old conservative. That ain't Rihanna. That's not you, boo. That ain't you. And damn A$AP Rocky, you got to get her pregnant again, bro? Selfish ass, fertile ass. Do we need that again?
I thought she was still sexy. I thought she was still, because she's Rihanna. She'd be sexy if she was wearing a paper bag. I thought the production value was incredible. The floating stages, 7 of them at the same time, those drone shots they had to give us all of that. I thought it was amazing. It's interesting to hear, though, that so many people ended up having a negative reaction, and it does seem to go right to the fact that she was pregnant. My wife was looking it up during the performance, is she pregnant? And I kept thinking, well, why does that matter? I don't care if she's pregnant or not. She looks fine to me, whatever. And some people have a problem with that part. I hadn't heard the idea, though, that she was bored. She looked into it to me. I didn't think she was.
I don't agree with my wife either, but the fact that she said that just kind of made me think a little bit. But come on, man. You're Rihanna. I need you to be Rihanna. I don't want no Wizards Jordan. I don't want that. If I'm thinking Michael Jordan, I don't want Wizards Michael Jordan. That's what it was. It was a Wizards Michael Jordan performance. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's cool, but we know what it could really be. And it wasn't that. It wasn't, because she was limited for obvious reasons. I get that. But I get how empowering it was. That was a huge moment for women in general, especially women that have, a hard time, with their bodies post and pre-baby and stuff like that. That was huge to see somebody like Rhianna going up there and killing her job and being pregnant like she was. I get that. But if we're just talking about Super Bowl performances at halftime, with what we've seen out of all 56, I know I haven't seen all 56, but all 56 performances, wherever they started it, that was one of the worst ones we've seen.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, see, I disagree. I really enjoyed it. But that, again, we're coming at it from different perspectives. I never get too much on the Super Bowl halftime performer. Usually it's weird. People get on them for something to me that's so obvious. Like the Stones are old. So that was the joke. They were old. In this case, it's almost like she's being joked on because she was pregnant. And that's the part I don't get. This is the version of it that she felt comfortable doing. And let's face it, that the NFL felt comfortable having out there at this moment. So, I mean, I get it. If she wants to tell me, look, I didn't want to really show the bump because I don't think I'm at my sexiest right now, so I was trying to do a covered up sexy version of myself. And notice she had like that red, almost plastic looking plate across the boobs, because I'm wondering if there's a little lactating going on right now. Is that what we're seeing happening there? Not to get too technical and medical on folks.
I don't know.
But she was trying to be as sexy as she could be, in that performance. I still enjoyed it, but apparently a lot of people did not.
Somebody on the Specs text line said, Zay, you sound like a horny teenager. Yo, look, I ain't gonna lie. I was expecting something different. This is Rhianna.
It's weird that we're having the discussion that you're criticizing her for not being nasty enough.
Yes, even
or raw enough.
I want pregnant Rhianna to be doing all the stuff that she did before. I know she can't dance like she could when she wasn't pregnant. I get it. Especially with that slippery ass field that we had on. Who knows what happened if Rhianna with a busted ass.
I was glad
trying to run. I'm glad she was good.
Glad she was on the stage.
Yeah.
Because those were safer probably than the field last night.
Yeah, but it's 2023. I'm good with the bump. But still show us that you're Rhianna, though. She was lip singing and stuff. Come on. I get lip singing for some stuff because you're doing some serious dancing. I get that, but
she lip synced to all of it.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good.
People do that at Super Bowl all the time, though.
But they be dancing with it. They do that because they're too busy dancing.
Are we arguing she didn't dance?
Yes, but why didn't she dance?
I thought there was some, I don't know.
It was very mild.
Yeah.
Again, it's like putting pepper on fries and saying, man, this is spicy. Like, it was very mild.
I mean, I've certainly seen spicier, but the other thing is, maybe I haven't seen as many Rihanna performances.
That might be it.
Maybe, I guess. Like, I'm trying to think of a time where I've seen Rihanna perform. I've seen her perform on award shows and things like that.
The woman has became a billionaire off a lingerie line.
Right?
Lingerie. She knows sexy.
And does she normally wear that on stage? Is she normally really skimpy stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Absolutely.
I got you. So basically, you Rihanna fans, you needed more skin and less cover up.
Just Rihanna be Rihanna.
And more dancing.
Yes, just Rihanna being Rihanna. That's
okay.
Rihanna. That's when I'm thinking of Riri, I'm thinking of that. Not what we saw last night, that modified Super Bowl version because she's pregnant. Again, I'm glad she's a happy mother. She looks great as a mother. She looks happy. That's all that counts. But we're talking about the Super Bowl halftime show. Just point blank, was it good or was it not? For me, it wasn't good. It wasn't good.
Rihanna, I thought you looked hot as hell. Thought you looked hot as hell.
She did look hot. Yeah.
My goodness. I think, to me, she just proved that there is no version of her that is not hot. I get what you're saying, but, a performer like that, I could get her saying, look, I just can't be that version of me right now. I got to do what I got to do, and I'll do the version I can do. But that's where you might want to get back to the the scheduling of whatever, but I don't know if you want to tell somebody you can't schedule a pregnancy around the Super Bowl halftime show.
If she were to go on tour as she is now, looking pregnant as she is now, it wouldn't be the good tour.
Really?
No. Because going in, okay, she's going to hold back. And I think that might be the biggest thing. I know for a fact that she's holding back.
Yeah.
That's why I mentioned like Wizard Jordan.
Yeah.
Like you know what she's capable of, yet for her own safety, she can't do those things that she normally would.
For her own safety.
Just being for real.
You know, if she grinds like that, it's not good for the baby. You know that, right? We can't do that. Yeah, no, we can't do that one. So in terms of vocal quality and just her voice, how much respect does Rhianna have for just her voice? Standing on stage and singing.
I mean, she's no Mariah or Whitney, but a little something.
A little bit? Okay.
Yeah.
See, I think maybe that's what it is, too. I love Rihanna's voice, and it's one of those where I don't immediately, I mean, she's sexy as hell, but I don't immediately think of, like, her dancing or not wearing a lot of clothes or whatever. So I was thinking of the songs first. So when I would hear the songs, I love that voice. I saw her. She still looks sexy. But from what you're telling me, it's the fact that her normal stage show has so much more. So she's more of that, like, what's a good example?
She has a lot of Janet.
There you go. A Janet
Jackson.
Or you mentioned Shakira, or if it's J-Lo, or if it's Britney Spears in her prime, or something like that, where
all those women,
their body is part of the show.
Yes.
Okay.
It is what it is. Sorry. Don't make me the bad guy. Don't make me the villain. I'm just keeping it real. What we saw last night wasn't Rihanna at her best, and that's okay. That's fine. But don't sit here and want me to say it's one of the best, or ask me to say it's one of the best halftime shows we've seen. It ain't. I didn't say that.
I just thought it was rude after the halftime show when Terry Bradshaw told her to waddle on over. I thought that. No, that's not exactly what happened.
I'm so mad at A$AP Rocky, man. I can't believe this fool.
Not
only has he not dropped any music, she hasn't dropped any music because she's dealing with his fertile ass.
Okay, let me make sure I understand the last week before we take this break. You are getting on A$AP Rocky and Rihanna for having sex, just like you're getting on Dak Prescott for winning an award for being a good human being. Do I have that correct?
Cowboys fans, if he would have thrown less interceptions and maybe not have taken that trip to the hospital instead of cracking film like he should have been, maybe we'd be talking about the Cowboys winning yesterday. But instead, we're talking about your quarterback in a suit at the Super Bowl, not dressed up in pads, in a suit. And y'all want to be okay with that? I'm not okay. I'm not even a Cowboys fan, and I'm not okay with that.
Man, you know, Rhianna, if y'all just used protection till March, we'd have had a better Super Bowl halftime show. Do you understand that? Can you stop being so selfish, please, and think of us, the fans?
That's what I'm saying. And let's look at it this way, too, Chad. She's a billionaire. What's she got to prove? A lot of people use this as a stepping stone, like, of getting back out there, of showing that, okay, even though I've been kind of out the limelight, I'm a legend. Kind of like the Vegas, you know.
The residency.
Kind of like that. Just get back out there because you don't get any money from the Super Bowl, you know, doing the event. You get money from the album sales and tour sales and what comes next after you do the Super Bowl.
And she's dropping a record on Friday, correct?
I guess. I don't think that came out. It was supposed to come out. There was rumors. I ain't hear nothing coming out.
All right. I heard there was an album coming out.
She's a billionaire, Chad. What does she have to prove?
So now you're arguing she shouldn't have even done it?
I'm just saying, how hard are you going if you're a billionaire? If I'm Tom Brady, I've won 7 rings now. How much do I still want to do this?
Oh, my
How much do I still want to go through off-season, training?
Jeez.
You know what I'm saying? I need somebody hungry, somebody who's on life support for their career.
Oh, my God.
That needs like a resurrection or something.
Somewhere Rihanna's thinking, man, I bought the plastic red chest plate for this? Good grief. I didn't expect all this backlash. Oh, we've reached the point where the Super Bowl halftime show is being criticized for not being nasty enough. on some level, I've got to think that's growth. I think that's growth in our society somewhere. And then I'm sure there were some that thought because she was dressed in all red that she's the devil. So maybe we've got both of those things. Honey, look, the devil's on TV. She's pregnant. If she gives birth to little Nas X, I'm done. I'm never watching the NFL again. All right. Super Bowl 57. Oh, my Lord.